Hey guys, welcome to my channel. It's Kaylee of Kaylee Plans, and today I'm going to be talking about my 2022 books read and review them with you. I know that there's probably an official book tag for this, but I haven't actually looked into it and gotten a chance to jot down the questions, so I just pulled 10 stats from Goodreads and my book journal to kind of put together 10 stats for you guys today. So the first stat is that I read 65 books this year. The second stat is that I read 19,029 pages. My third fact is that the shortest book that I read this year was Bartleby the Scrivener by Herman Melville, and that book was 65 pages. My fourth fact is that the longest book that I read was The Once and Future Witches by Alex E. Harrow. The fifth fact is that the average book length that I read was 292 pages. The sixth stat is that I had a 4.0 average rating for the year, so I actually had a really good reading year this. On that same note, I had 0 one-star reads, which for me on my rating system, because you can't give a book 0 stars, if I don't finish a book, DNF, if I DNF a book, then it gets 1 star because I cannot give it 0 stars. So I didn't DNF any books this year. I finished all of the books that I started, so I gave no books 1 star. On that same thread, I did have 4 books that I gave 2 stars to, which is my lowest rating. On the opposite side of that spectrum, I did give 20 books 5 stars this year. And fact number 10 was supposed to be my book of the year, but I'm a Libra, so I actually couldn't decide. So I'm going to give you a couple of honorable mentions here. The first 4 that I want to mention are all kind of on the subject of grief. And the first book is going to be If You Kept a Record of Sins by Andrea Bongianni. The Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston, Watch Over Me by Nina LaCour, and Convenience Store Woman by Sayaka Murata. This was my most recent 5-star read, and it is The 10,000 Doors of January by Alex E. Harrow. Another honorable 5-star mention that I want to bring up is An Elderly Lady is Up to No Good by Helene Thurston, and this book had me cracking up. Like, if you like horror, like not horror, but like I guess like suspense thriller type books, you're gonna like this, because this old lady just deals with like any problem people in her life by just taking them out. And honestly, not that I am going to do that, but I wish I could, you know? And the last honorable mention that I have for the year was one that surprised me. It is The Notebook by Nicholas Sparks, and the book is so different than the movie. It's so much better. The writing. I have to go back and reread this and actually annotate it, because like the way that Nicholas Sparks writes is part of what made this book so good, which is why I think they kind of changed a little bit in the actual movie, because a lot of what makes this book so good is the writing, and obviously there's not a narrator or like a voiceover narrator over that whole movie, so it would have been hard to convey a lot of it. So a lot of things had to change to kind of capture like the feeling of things that were happening that gets conveyed through the writing, that wouldn't have worked unless there would have been like a narrator. So I would recommend to read The Notebook by Nicholas Sparks. Like, the writing is amazing. Obviously, you know the gist of the love story, so that is also one that just catches your heart every time. So definitely one that caught me off guard, because I just wanted something that I knew I could read really quickly, because I was trying to up my books read number for Goodreads, and it ended up being one of my favorite books of the year. And I hope you guys like these kind of videos. I know they're a little different than what I normally do, but I do like to keep these videos for kind of my track, and like just to look back on for me and see where I started in my reading journey and where it's gonna take me, because I think that a lot of you already know that I'm gonna be going to school in 2 weeks to get an English major, so all of this stuff is just in my new wheelhouse. So Thanks for watching. I hope to see you next time. Stay safe and have a happy new year.